There's a thing that comes with endurance, right? There's a thing that comes with preparation. And is God going to smash you down, just crush you? No. The Word says that He will never give us more than we can stand up underneath. Okay, that's the way the Scripture is translated out, that we can stand up under. And in every situation, there's already been made a way of escape. And so, but you gotta work out. My first time I rode my bike, I remember for the first year, I would just ride it, 10, 15, 20 miles, and I thought, yes, I rode my bike 15 miles. I thought I was doing really good. Then all of a sudden, I found myself one day riding 300 miles at one time. Basically stopping to go to the bathroom and eat and keeping going. I had some serious blisters and problems after that. My body didn't like me very much. But that didn't come from what? Just deciding one day I was going to ride my bike all day long for 24 hours, all through the night with no sleep. I didn't wake up and dream that. It took years. I had already been riding my bicycle for years. Well, guys, sometimes we we get that Western mentality, everything's so instant. But God's saying, no, your endurance is going to grow. It's going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. That's how you can find joy, because you say, you know what? I'm going through this for a reason, because God is preparing me for something. And then you can smile and go, wow, this trial is really bad, so the end must be really good. He must have really great plans for me, because this thing is really about to kick my tail. And so that's how you can find the joy, because your endurance grows and grows and grows little by little. So sometimes those things you gotta pay the price. And then your character will be strengthened. Character is one of those things that I think I'm more attracted to a person's character than any other part of who they are as a person. Their physical attributes, or maybe their personality, because personality and character are two different things. You guys understand that? They're not the same. Okay? Someone can be really bubbly and everything else and have a real rotten character. Okay? And character, I look at people and I immediately start to assess their character. I think, okay, this person, yeah, I can hang out with this person. I'm going to grab onto this, I'm going to grab onto that. I like being around them. You're not attracted to the personality, you're attracted to what? The character, that thing that is within them, something that's really, you can't put your hand on. Have you ever met those people? You can't really figure out what it is, but something about it, you're just like, yeah, that person is cool. And there's something about that. Well, God says that these trials that we go through, these stories that we're in the middle of, that we don't know what the ending is, they are going to shape our character, and they're going to make it what? Stronger. They're going to strengthen our character. So that's really important. So, and then at the end it says, and you will be ready. How many of you guys want to be ready? How many of you guys want to be ready? Everybody should be raising their hand, because I know I like to be ready. So let me move on. Let me see here. Okay, good. We're going to kind of blast through the last points, because I don't want to keep you guys here too much longer. But I want to ask you a couple questions, okay? Because I'm going to leave you thinking like I usually do. And I want to ask you a couple questions. If you're here this morning and you don't have a relationship with God, then you have an opportunity to change the ending of your own personal story. Just by saying, Lord, I want you in control of my life. It's really simple. Forgive me of my sins. Forgive me for doing things my own way. I want to do them your way now. It's a real simple thing. And we're going to pray that prayer in a minute. But you could be in that place. You could be going, Pastor James, I have no idea what you're talking about. You might as well speak in Chinese right now, because I am not comprehending what's going on. But some of what you're saying here, okay, I can get on the same boat here, but I'm not sure where to go from here. Well, the first place to start is put the Lord as Lord of your life. And then start that journey. And you'll begin to work things out. We'll walk along that path with you. So you could be that person. Or you could have a relationship with the Lord. But I want to ask you, would you consider yielding to the author of your story and let the Lord use your life to tell others His story? Would you consider yielding to the author of your story so that God can use your life to tell others His story? You know, we all have stories. We all do. You're gonna do a couple things. One is your life going to prove your neighbors and your family's skepticism about Christianity? Because at the end of the illustration here on the video, the coach said what? Brock, you are a natural born leader. If you're defeated, the rest of the guys are going to feel defeated too. So you need to not do that. You need to embrace it. You can overcome this particular thing that you're going through. And so, guys, people are watching us, aren't they? Are people watching our lives? Yes, they are. And so your life could, if you're a believer and you're not yielding to the author of your story, your life could prove your neighbor's skepticism. Oh, that Christianity, it's all just a hogwash. Well, are you living your life that just says, yeah, I told you so. I knew it. I knew those Christians were a bunch of phonies, and I knew they were a bunch of frauds. I knew but they don't know what they're doing. Does your life say that to your neighbors? Does it just prove them right? I don't know how you live in your life. Or will your life testify to the Lord's power, peace, and I specifically chose these 4 things. Will your life testify to the Lord's power, peace, wisdom, and joy? Because those are powerful things to have. That I feel that the Lord wants each and every one of us to walk in every day. Power, peace, wisdom, and joy. Power, peace, wisdom, and joy. So in closing, I want to say this. How will your story end? Are you Martha? Are you a doer? Are you Mary? Are you okay with just being and just kind of saying, all right, I'm cool, I'm right here. This is great, I love it. Are you crippled by the fear of the unknown? There's a lot of unknowns. How many know how this whole thing's going to turn out? I don't. I don't know how the political situation is going to turn out. I don't know how the economic situation is going to turn out. I don't know how your own finances and your own life, your relationships, all those things, I don't know how they're going to all turn out. And sometimes that unknown can cause a fear that cripples us and stops us from doing anything at all. If I didn't trust my boys here, it would have crippled me on top of the stool, right? I would have never done it. And I've seen it a million times. You put somebody here, they don't trust what's going on here, they'll never fall. They'll never take the leap. They'll never do it. Because it's crippled them, because I'm going to fall, I'm going to get hurt, I'm going to do this, they're going to drop me. They start thinking of all those things. And so fear can cripple us from moving on. Okay? And then the last one is, do you even have a relationship with the Lord? So what I'm going to do is this. I want you to grab your lyrics, and I know some of you guys were looking at it before. We're going to play that song that we played during offertory again. And while we're playing it, I want you to think about the way that you want your story to end. I want you to think about the way that you want your story to end. So grab your lyrics. If you want to write some things down on the other side, whatever you want to do, that's cool with me. I was thumbing through a bunch of notes, and I found some stuff that our pastor had written down for us quite a while ago, and I kind of thought it interesting. It says this: I have not commanded you to be strong. Have I not commanded you to be strong and courageous? Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord our God will be with us wherever we may go. Do not pray for easy lives. Pray to be stronger men and women. Do not pray for tasks equal to your powers. Pray for powers equal to your tasks. And then the last one is, no church has a future unless its dreams are bigger than its memories. That's stuff that Pastor was digesting over the last couple of years, and I just kind of happened to find it as I was cleaning out some of my stuff the other day, and I thought, kind of need to reflect on that as we're moving forward. So I want you to grab the lyrics. We're going to play the song. I want you to think about the way you want your story to end, and I want you to ask yourself this question: what is stopping you from trusting the Lord? What is stopping you from trusting the Lord? And let me read this last little verse here. It says, where am I at? Here we go. It's found in Matthew 19:26, and it says, Jesus looked at them intently and said, humanly speaking, it is impossible, but with God, everything is possible. There's a guy talking about, how can we do this? Well, how can we accomplish this? What's going on here? The disciples are saying all this other stuff, and he says, well, yeah, humanly speaking, it is impossible, but with God, nothing is impossible. Go ahead and play that song.